Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to more Majora's Mask. Today, we are going to continue our quest to get more pieces of heart. All of the heart pieces. And, I really did think very hard on the best, most efficient way of doing this so that we're doing the least amount of backtracking and just doing it as efficiently as possible. But honestly, I couldn't think of any good way of doing it, so unfortunately we're gonna have to do some backtracking. And I really wanted to just do it all at once, do a section, then another section, but it's just not possible. Some of these we are gonna have to do a whole new 3-day cycle. But anyway, we're starting off over here in the ocean area, and who knows how many times I walked by this boulder and didn't realize that there was a piece of heart here, and I'm out of arrows, so I think the best bet is to use the Zora mask here. Could use the bubble from Deku Link, but I think the boomerangs here are better. Watch out for these Biobabas here. Now, some of the pieces of heart that I missed, I would say that some of them I just genuinely, honestly, completely forgot they existed. And so, such as this one. I eventually ended up looking them up just so I didn't miss any, but there is a piece of heart in one of these beehives. That's just a coin though. And yeah, some of them I completely forgot that they existed, and like this one just walked by it multiple times without realizing. Some of them I skipped on purpose because I think they're easiest or most conveniently done in a certain time. And there's the piece of heart. Now we gotta get rid of these Biobabas before we are able to get that heart. I guess we could get them. We get the piece of heart without killing these guys, but I think it's just easier to do it. Anyway, convenience dictates that some of these we do at the same time. For example, there's some that we're going to have to defeat Goat and Georg again. So there's no point in doing those separate. So we're just going to wait, new 3-day cycle, do those. That's kind of what I'm talking about, just convenience sake. And then there are some that I skipped because I just don't want to do them. Like, there's a couple of archery mini games, and I am not looking forward to them. You guys know how much I hate the mini games, so it is what it is. They have to get done if I want to get all the pieces of heart, and I do. But anyway, our next destination is just going to be Zora Cape. There's another one we're going to get today, and it doesn't fall in any of the other categories. Right. Before we get to Zora Cape, I need to buy some magic beans, because there's a piece of heart that we need magic beans to get. But anyway, the ocean spider house, that doesn't fall into any of those categories, because I didn't skip it because I forgot it. I didn't skip it because it's more convenient to do it some other time. I just failed to get it because I'm a dumb. And so that doesn't really count, I think. But we'll be getting it today, and I am going to write down the hints that the stall children give me so that I don't miss out on it a second time. So I believe this guy only allows us to buy from him if we use a Deku mask. So we'll go ahead and put that on here. And I'll talk to this fella. Oh, you're the one who gave me the land deed. Thanks to you, I was able to come home and do business. I am really happy. I'll give you my biggest bomb bag, regularly priced at 1,000 rupees. So, sadly, looks like we're not getting any beans. We already have the biggest bomb bag. We bought it from him when he was at the in the mountain on another 3-day cycle, but at this point, I believe you can still get beans from the bean salesman in the Deku Castle, but that would just take too long. So that particular piece of heart, just gonna have to wait for another 3-day cycle when the guy that's there is the normal guy, the normal scrub that sells the beans. So just a little oversight on my part, I reckon. Not a big deal, I suppose. So over to Sora Cape we go. Now here, we are going to... I do need some arrows for later on, and so I'll just collect a few here. But we're headed over to Macau's room, which is actually the closest or the furthest room. It's one of these rooms. Well, we'll get there. We're gonna do kind of a bit of a mini game. I wouldn't call it a mini game. More like a little tiny side quest. This is not the room, I don't think. Now, this is the room of Evan, the leader of the Zora band. He's a nervous guy, so nobody's allowed inside unless they're on official business. Okay, then. So anyway, we'll be Macau, and we're going to play some music, and then we're going to get a piece of art. Cool, cool, cool. They don't meet with ordinary people. Well, guess what? I am no ordinary guy. I love how he looks down because that's how a little Link is, and then he's like, "Oh, Macau, you where did you come from?" Like nobody really like pays attention at all. Anyway, check this out. Listen to this. I love this. This is the cave theme from A Link to the Past. Love it. I love it. This guy's so goofy looking too. Macau, where you been? Where you been? I was worried. Look at him flail. Well, the concert in town's coming up. It seems like all the band members are in a funk. Bet you didn't know that, huh? Especially Lulu. Haven't heard her voice in a long time. She's usually in good spirits, too. Ooh, I wonder if this is related to the ocean turning all weird. Actually, I know a little secret. Do you want to hear it? There's rumor that the ocean is getting weird because there's a temple offshore at Grey Bay Temple. Trouble at Grey Bay Temple. They say that when that happens, something bad will befall the Zora descendant who's protecting the temple. Do you catch my drift? And lately, Lulu's been looking kind of weird. Maybe Lulu is... But anyway, if... Okay. We'll pretend that didn't happen. And if we come over here, take off our Zora mask and turn into regular Link, equip our hook shot rather. We can hook shot up here. Oh, this one, yes. Okay, and up here we can read Macau's diary or journal. Can you read Zoran script? Oh, my bad. Didn't know it was that different. Okay, Macau, my diary. Today, Jappus and I had a jam session. He's not good with words, but he writes great riffs. Here's what I played. Today, I had Lulu listen to my session with Jappus. She seemed to like it a lot. Lulu's a pretty great girl, after all. Today, I had another jam session. Evan was in a bad mood because the two of us are always writing songs on our own. Here's what I played. Evan called me over this morning. It was something about Lulu. He was in a real rush. I can't read it. It went too fast. Didn't press any buttons. It goes on its own. I actually didn't press anything. But anyway, with those notes that we just learned, we gotta head over to the room next to us. And when we go over there... Okay, but these guys are so weird, man. They're just like back. Macau, do you need to see Jappas? You're gonna have another jam session with him, aren't you? I can't wait. But yeah, they're so weird. I think it's so weird that they just appear here. Anyway, let's listen to what this guy's playing. I don't know if it's loud enough to hear. Yeah, it's the dungeon theme from the original Legend of Zelda. Pretty cool. Big fan of that. So let's bust out the ocarina, or rather the guitar. Yes. It's weird that you have to like stand over to the side to talk to him. I don't know. Maybe he didn't see you. Where you been, man? I'm like, hey, where's Macau? Concert's coming up soon. And now our band leader's pulled a vanishing act. Evan's all holed up in his room, just writing songs. And to top it off, Lulu's just staring at the sea. If you guys think it's just because Lulu's not interested in me, I'd understand. But I'm telling you, looks like something's really wrong. Is there something you're trying to hide from me? I'm not running an inquiry or anything. But look, if we don't start rehearsing real soon, we're not going to be ready for the concert. All right, let's play. Nope. 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 Talk to him again. It's so weird you have to talk to him from up there. Why don't we just write a song? If you feel up to it, let's have a jam session. You want to have a jam session? Try following this phrase I wrote on your guitar. So here we have to follow with what we saw in our diary. Whoa, that's nice. I got it, I got it, I got it. Here I go. Look at that guy, he's just vibing. I love that. What a great sesh. Even Evan should like this, but he's so proud he'd resent the fact that we even wrote something on our own. Don't think he'd even let the others try it out. Well, that's easy. We'll just let him listen to it as Human Link, or Hylian Link. Seems kind of like a jerk guy if he's not even gonna let us. Just because he's the band leader doesn't mean anyone else doesn't have good ideas. Seems like he'd be a tough guy to work with. Gotta love how his area is like all lifted up like a podium. And that's another classic original Nintendo Zelda theme, the game over screen. But also it's the beginning of the end theme for that game once you beat the game. Anyway, obviously we're not welcome here. If you want an autograph, we'll be giving them out at the carnival. Get lost, squirt. Let's play the entire song. Huh? That song? It works, it works, it works. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Not bad. That's a pretty good song I just made up. I've got a good sense of melody. We'll play it. Can't believe this guy. He stole our song. But he gave us a piece of heart. You're not thinking I'm stealing your song, do you? You know what? I don't even care. Because it doesn't even matter. I'm going to play my Ocarina of Time, and in a few days, you wouldn't have even invented the song. I'll still keep this piece of heart. And in the end, I got the better of the two deals. Anyway, so since we can't get that other piece of heart that I was thinking of getting anyway, because we don't have the magic beans, there are still 2 pieces of heart to collect, I think. So one of them, you need the Scarecrow song and magic bean. So I was just going to wait to get... it wouldn't have mattered. There are 2 pieces of heart left that I need the Scarecrow song for. And so I was gonna wait. I'd really rather go over the top and not fight that like if I can. Frickin' fish, man. These bonefish. The only bonefish I like is Bonefish Grill. That's the worst thing I've ever said. Oh, God. Eee. Anyway. What was I saying? I don't even remember what I was saying. Right. There were 2 pieces of heart that I need the Scarecrow song for. So we might as well just wait and get the Scarecrow song, get both of these. One of them you will also need the magic bean. So we'll get 1 magic bean, Scarecrow song, and we'll come back here. I don't think there are that many left that we can get on our own. Like, I'll need to beat Georg again, like I said earlier, and I'll need to beat Got, like I said earlier. Well, let's check this out. Hold on, pause. Let's see what this stone has to say. Gossip stone, give me your gossip. To get Evan to listen to Macau and Joppa's song from their music session, you should try not being Macau. Seems if you post as someone unrelated to Zora's, he's more likely to listen to you, but we already did that, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, we're going to have to go through some of the dungeons over, because I'll just go ahead and tell you. We're going to jump down here into the well, the pond under here at the bottom of the waterfall. There's a like down there. We have to kill the like, and then we get a piece of heart. And this is one of the ones I just completely forgot about. But anyway, so there are some frogs. We've seen them when we fought the geckos. The geckos turned into frogs after we defeated them. You remember that? In the dungeons, I think there were 3 frogs in the dungeons. And so what we have to do is go back into the dungeons, defeat the geckos, turn them into frogs, talk to the frogs with the Dongero mask. There's another frog in... Yeah, well, thankfully, listen, you get eaten by a like as regular Link, and I think he'll eat your shield. But if you do it as Zora Link, you don't have a shield, so there's nothing for him to steal. Anyway, got a piece of heart. Cool. Anyway, like I was saying, there's a frog in the laundry pool in Clocktown, and there's another frog in right outside the tourist thing and the swamp. So once we talk to all, I think there's 5 frogs altogether. Once we talk to all 5 of the frogs wearing the Dongero's mask, we get another piece of heart. So that's why we have to go through the dungeons. And at that point, I might as well beat Georg, because there's another piece of heart here. There's a minigame that only happens after you beat Georg. And on top of that, you have to beat Got, because the frogs gather in the mountain in springtime, so you have to beat Got anyway. So we're going to have to go through 3 of the dungeons, beat Got, beat Georg. It's kind of convoluted, if we're being honest. Oh, I'm just going to warp over to the Great Bay Coast instead of walking and just swim to the spider house. So that's why I was saying, like, we might as well save these for then. And on top of that, there's another piece of heart on the way to the Snow Peak, whatever it's called, Snowhead Temple. In the same area with the big Goron that's snoring. You have to play Zelda's, not Zelda's Lullaby. Is it Zelda's Lullaby? It's the Goron Lullaby, yeah. You have to play the Goron Lullaby, put him to sleep, and then use the Mask of Truth. And there's a platform off to the side, and you have to use it's invisible platform, and then you have to use the Scarecrow song. That never works. You can never outrun the likes because they just pop up in front of you. And anyway, you have to use the Scarecrow song and the Mask of Truth because the platform's invisible. And then you can get that piece of heart. So like I said, it's a little complicated. So that one I'm going to have to plan out and to make sure I do it in the most efficient way possible. And then there are some pieces of heart that we will collect along the way as we do the Anju and Cafe side quest, which is like I said earlier in a previous episode, the most complicated, involved side quest probably in any Zelda game, if I'm being honest. But anyway, enough of that. Went on a ramble. We are here at the Oceanside Spider House, and we have really just one quest here. We're not killing any golden Skulltulas. We're heading straight in, and we're just going to talk to the Stall Children. Now, the first place we go is immediately here to the left. We got to burn down this cobweb. I'm not going to waste arrows. I do have one Deku stick. I might as well use that. Burn down the web. And remember, there are two Stall Children here. One is on top of the bookcase, right as soon as we walk in. And the other one is on the other side to the left of where I'm standing. He's sitting at a desk. And so we'll talk to both of them wearing the captain's hat. And they will tell us their secrets. We've already read this dialogue. The only difference is I'm actually going to write this down. I have a piece of paper and a pen, so I don't make the same silly mistake that I made last time. 'Cause you got to write this down, man, unless you're smart enough to remember it all. But how are you supposed to know? You know? There were 6 Stall Children. They all tell you something different. So there are only 4 masks, so you have to hit the masks in different order. And it's random every time. So it's ridiculous. Of course, if you don't know, you have to come back and do it. Unless you're smart and reading a guide or something like that, and you already know. Sadly for us, when we first did this, I screwed it up. Big deal. It happens. Anyway, talk to the second guy here. So a little bit of a sidebar. I'm going to go ahead and write all these down. So anyway, a little bit of a sidebar. I bought a Switch because this new Zelda's coming out soon, right? So I wanted to go ahead and buy that. But anyway, I also ended up downloading the Game Boy thing that they have going, where you can play Game Boy games on there. And I started playing Link's Awakening. And man, do I love that game. Really, really love. I haven't played that game since I was a kid. And it's amazing to go back and play it. It feels so good. And it like the music, and I remember everything. Like, it's all coming back to me. It's amazing. I mean, it's been like, I don't even know how long since I played that game, but it's all coming back. It feels awesome. I just remember it being so mysterious because I played it when I was so little. But it seems like it's going to be kind of a short game. It felt longer when I was a kid. But anyway, really looking forward to playing the remake as well. I'm going to go ahead and buy that. I don't care if it's like the same as the original. I'm pretty excited to play that. And I'm excited to play Skyward Sword on a controller. instead of the Wii, because the controls in that game were abysmal. Eventually, I'll be playing all of those games on the channel too, because the Zelda games, man, I gotta play them. It's absolutely necessary. But anyway, go ahead and talk to this fella too. Saluting me with your left hand, how dare you? Looks like green is number 4. And like I said, I was writing everything down. Everything. You know, it's possible to just do this without writing it down. It's just a matter of trial and error. But there are so many combinations, you know. It'll take you forever. You run out of arrows. I think you can use the hook shot. Did we establish that we can use the hook shot? I don't remember. It is definitely possible to do this trial and error. It would just take a long time. Unless you got really lucky, I guess. But it looks like none of them are red. Because yellow is 5th, and there was no red, so it's going to be yellow, blue, yellow, green, yellow, green. And green and the yellow kind of look... It's not great. Color difference. I don't know if it's just because I'm like upscaling to HD or if it looked that muddy in the original. But anyway, yellow, blue, yellow. Then green, yellow, green. Can't believe how much ruckus these golden Skulltulas make. I'm going to go ahead and put on the stone mask because I am not dealing with that fella. It would be just as easy to kill him, but you know what? I don't even want to bother. Just making sure he doesn't actually come down. Okay. Get the chest. There we go. And with this, we have collected all the pieces of heart that I had planned on collecting today, except for one. We missed the one with the bean. That's the only one. Like I said, there are a couple that we'll have to come back here. We'll have to come back here to the Great Bay area anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But I think next time I'm going to do the frogs. I think in the next episode I'll do the frogs. And you know what? Once I beat Georg, because I have to beat Georg anyway, I'll see if I can get that piece, that heart container that I missed when we fought him originally. I have a feeling that it's gone forever. I'm never going to get it back. But part of me just has this hope that that the game will show mercy on me and not take that away from me for forever for the rest of the game. It would be sad to be missing one piece of heart. I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so it's 20 heart containers total. Imagine just having 19, because you did a dolphin dive out of the water into the blue thing and forgot to collect a piece of heart. Unbelievable. Never in my life have I missed. I've been playing Zelda for decades, and I've never, not once, missed a heart container at the end of a boss, even on purpose. I've never done like a no heart container run or anything like that. Just awful. But anyway, next time we will do, like I said, we will do the frogs. That's going to have to be at the beginning of a new 3-day cycle. And we'll get the Scarecrow song. We'll get magic beans. And we'll collect actually a couple of pieces of heart. It'll be a pretty long episode. I'm guessing it's going to be a little longer than this one. So, but anyway, that'll have to wait until next time. Thank you for joining me for this episode of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, where we collected a bunch of pieces of heart. Actually, I'm going to deposit my rupees, since I will be starting a new 3-day cycle. And we'll get even closer to collecting 5,000 rupees, which gives us another piece of heart. This one's been sitting under our nose this entire time. So we're actually pretty close. After this, we should be like 500 away or something. Let's see how much we end up with. Yeah, a little less than 600. But that'll come. 600 is nothing. But anyway, thank you for joining me. Next time, we will collect more pieces of heart. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will catch you guys next time.